All right, so in this video, I'm going to share with you the exact system that I use to hit 10K per month at just 19 years old. And you see this here on the left is actually young Trevor at 19 years old. I literally had like glasses on. I still have the same baby face, but I had a few $100s to my name and like a little college fund stored away. No idea how to make money online. And I was in this college dorm room that literally looked like a prison cell. And then this year is me on the right in 2023. So 3 years later, at the age of 22, with multi six figures to my name, online business owner, and a clear path to go and scale to 50K per month. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I went through this transformation so you can literally just copy me. And I broke it down into 3 simple phases so you can make a shit ton of money online because I know that's what you want. And when you break it down like this, and when you actually understand this and have the right mindset in regards to everything, it's much easier than going and slaving away at a 9 to 5 job for the next 40 years. And so this video should help you understand that. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So this is what we're going to cover. Again, we're going to identify what phase you're currently in between these 1 to 3 phases. And then I'm going to show you how you can quickly level up through phase 1 through 3. And then I'm also going to show you exactly what I did at each stage from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3 to get out of it and get to the next one so you can just follow it. And so this is what it looks like usually. You're in phase 1, you're not making a lot of money, but you're still at the beginning of your journey. Phase 2, you're making a little more money, but it's still not great, but you're still relatively at the beginning of your journey. And then phase 3 is kind of like when you start going big and you start actually hitting 5, 10K per month, etc. And so phase 1 is what I call the level 1 online entrepreneur. And this person is semi-aware of how other people are making money online. And it systematically makes sense to them, but they have no idea how to do it for themselves. So you can understand how people are getting rich selling courses and coaching programs and how other people have made money with drop shipping and SMMA, et cetera, but you have no idea how to do it for yourself. And you're still not 100% convinced that all this stuff is even real. Like you low key think that, or at least have thoughts that come in your brain from time to time, like, what if this is all just a big scam? And I get it. I was there. You're at the start of your self improvement journey. So you're starting to implement some good habits, but you have trouble focusing and sticking to a consistent routine. And then let's be honest with ourselves. You've half assed some business models and you gave up after you didn't see success with them. Like you didn't get enough progress in them. And so you gave up and you weren't even trying as hard as you possibly could have. That's the reality. There's a good chance as well that you've invested into like some shitty online course that taught you like drop shipping, or some school community that was $97 a month that taught you self-improvement and all this crap that doesn't actually put money into your bank account. And you're convinced that you just need the right business model, secret tactic, etc., that's going to solve all your problems somehow, some way. If this is you as a level 1 entrepreneur, it's all good. I've been there myself, but it's important to understand that we need to change and we need to improve. The level 2 entrepreneur is a little bit better, but it's still not great because the level 2 entrepreneur has a good understanding of how people are actually making money online. And they have an idea for how they can start to make money themselves and even can make some money themselves, but they have no idea how to go big. They're fully convinced that making money online is real and that people can do it, but they have no idea how to go big, how to get to 10, 20, 30, 50K per month. They've learned 1 to 2 high value skill sets that can make them money online, and they're working with a client, maybe making 2 to 5K per month, but they still have trouble focusing and staying disciplined and sticking to a routine for months on end. And since they're making good money and they want to make more, they snoop around for other business models to try to supplement the income. But that's like the dumbest thing because it literally hinders your progress with the main business model. And so if you're a level 2 entrepreneur, welcome. My name is Trevor, and I totally understand where you're coming from because this happens to a lot of people. It's important to understand, though, that there's a better level to this stuff. And then level 3 is where you completely understand all different online business models and you understand how you can use one to make 10K per month. And you also understand the fact that when you build your skills high enough, you can make any business model work. However, most business models are actually not meant for beginners. So things like dropshipping, SMMA, they're not meant for beginners, but when you are skilled enough with years of experience on end, you can make these business models work and you can make any business model work. You understand that the only thing that separates you and unlimited success doing anything you want in this world is your skills, your knowledge, and time. like once you get to this point, you'll realize that you can literally do anything you want in this world. Assuming it's in the laws of physics, you can make all the money you want when you build your skills and you have enough knowledge and you have enough time. But there's nobody like stopping you or like hindering your success. Like the world's not against you. You have a stacked group of 4 to 5 high value skill sets that are actually designed to make money that you can use to consistently make 10K plus per month. And you're fully obsessed with online business. Like it's basically the main thing that you think about every single day is just online business, self-improvement. And you just do that all day, every day, essentially 7 days a week or 6 days a week. And then you also have a clear path for how to scale to 50 to 100K per month. So this is the level 3 online entrepreneur. Now in phase 1, this is where I was in 2020 or 2019, 2020 timeframe. I had no clue how to make money online. I had no real work ethic, no mentor, and no money. And I was reading a ton of self-improvement books. Like there were books on my shelf of that picture that I had earlier. I was hitting the gym. I was working like a shitty retail job, but I wasn't focusing on the things that would actually make money and move the needle. I half-assed tried drop shipping like for 2 days. And then I quickly ran to a new business model called affiliate marketing. Some of you guys are probably familiar with that. And I actually made a little bit of money with it. But at the time, I was low-key just concerned, like, is this all just a massive scam? Like, are all these people making money online? Is it all just like some massive pyramid scheme or scam? That's what I was thinking at the time. The highest leverage tasks that you can do to move out of phase 1 is number 1, learning how to focus and get rid of distractions. So your computer, YouTube, Twitch, all the stuff that you probably watch, this is all just a massive distraction for you. And so you need to focus on actually getting ideas and learning in the right environment and working. And then on top of that as well, you need to learn and focus on improving one high value skill. You don't need to go learn any new business models. You literally just need to learn a skill. Without focus, you'll never be able to even learn this skill. And so it'll suck. And without a skill, you'll never be able to make any money because the amount of money that you make is directly proportional to the amount of value that you provide to the marketplace. And the only way to provide value is when you have skills. And so you won't make money until you're worthy. That's the reality of the situation. And so immediate action items that you can do to get out of here, basically, is figure out your why. And so what you want to do is you basically want to write down your goal and you want to ask yourself why. And then whatever comes up, you ask yourself why you want that. And then whatever comes up, you ask yourself why you want that. And you want to get really deep and personal with yourself, because there's a quote from Friedrich Nietzsche that basically says, he who has a strong why can bear almost any how. And so what you're going to want to do in this phase as well is you're going to want to write a manifesto or a vision board or some sort of Google Doc where you literally outline in detail where you want to exactly be in the next 5 years. And then you're going to look at this all the time and you're going to read it out to yourself every single morning and be very, very specific and down to the detail. How much money are you making? What car are you driving? What apartment are you in? What does your girlfriend look like, etc. Write this all out in detail. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to build a monk-like routine. So this is where you wake up at the same time every single day, Monday through Sunday. You hit the gym at the same time. If you do it every day, if not, you just have like a consistent weekly schedule that you stick to. You plan your meals, you limit your screen time. Like you act like you don't care how you feel and you just show up every day. And then you want to find some sort of way to hold yourself accountable to actually doing this. So an example of this is like you can Venmo or PayPal your friend $20 every single time you sleep in the morning, just to hold yourself accountable to not doing it. And you just tell them that you're going to do that. You do 10 push-ups every time you want to go on YouTube. You start a tracker to visualize your progress and make it harder to break the chain, etc. And then number 3 is you want to go all in on learning this one high value skill. This is what I talked about earlier. Remote sales and appointment setting is the best thing to do here. It's by far the easiest to start as a beginner. And you're going to binge watch YouTube videos, read books, invest in a mentor, etc. to learn this one skill. And then essentially here, you're going to outreach until you land your first client using the personalized Loom outreach method, which I talk about on my channel. And you do enough volume of this, you'll start the process of at least making some money online. Then in phase 2, after a few months of trying and failing with affiliate marketing myself, I had finally committed to remote sales and landing my first appointment setting role. So affiliate marketing, I actually made a little bit of money, but it's very hard to scale. Anybody who knows ads and creating content on social media, the margins with affiliate marketing are very, 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 very difficult to scale. And so here, the money wasn't life-changing yet, but it was enough to finally convince myself that this was actually real and that I could actually grow this. And so when this happened for me, I actually decided to drop out of college because I knew that finally I had the confidence to just like keep going and keep growing my income. Rather than looking for a business model I could try to make more money with, I focused on just improving my skill even harder. So I was making like 2, 3, 4K per month. And instead of being like, oh, I'm going to try this new fancy shiny object, I was like, I'm just going to focus on getting better. And this is crucial because this is the reality of the situation. Most of you guys think that success is going to look like this, where every day you show up, you just make more and more and more and more and more money over time. Unfortunately, that's not the reality. This is what success actually looks like. In the beginning, it's up and down. You're getting kicked in the teeth and you're getting kicked in the face over and over again for months, if not years, until you finally get a breakthrough. But this breakthrough isn't just straight up because you still have dips and you still have bad stuff that happens. And that's the reality of the situation. And so this is what most people do. They pick up a new business model and they go through this and they're just too soft and they get to this point and they just break. And then a couple months come by and they find a new business model and the same thing happens. And the worst part of all is all this progress that was being made here doesn't translate into the next business model. So you have to start over again and you have to go through all this crap again. Like this is why you don't want to switch business models. The highest leverage task you can do to move out of phase 2 is to literally just work like a dog and master 1 to 2 high value skills. Master, not just learn, master these skills. And it is your job to provide as much value as possible to your client that you possibly can. So earlier here, I talked about the personalized outreach method, which I talk about on my channel a ton. You use this to land your client. Now your objective is to provide as much value as possible to your client that you possibly can. And the more money you make them, the more money they pay you. That's how it works. Here's exactly what I did to do this. I track my numbers or my KPIs. This is just a fancy word, but I basically track my numbers every single day for what I was doing inside of the business. I built a ton of trust with my client. I focused on acquiring new skills and I started asking my client on our daily meetings what can be improved. And so whatever he said he thought could be improved inside of the business, I learned that skill. I paid mentors. I joined courses. I watched a ton of YouTube videos to learn the skill so that I could provide more value to the client. Then phase 3. So once you reach phase 3, you're in a pretty good spot. Now you're consistently making like 4 to 10K per month. So you're making decent money, but it's nothing too exceptional yet. But you're like really confident with the skills you learned and you basically know what it takes to get further. It's just a matter of time playing out. And so from here, I had 2 options. Basically, I could have worked more hours with the second client, or I could learn more skills and become even more valuable to my current client. And I didn't feel like working more hours, so I chose option 2. And so basically what I would do, and I alluded to this before, I would start to figure out in the business that I was working in what the constraint was. And so I was really good at remote sales or appointment setting. So like a lot of the times this was good. Sometimes it wasn't, but most of the time this was dialed in. So I started analyzing other things like what is the content? What are the paid ads looking like? What is the messaging of the paid ads? Is the mindset right of the business owner? Is the client results good? Do we have a good onboarding process? I started analyzing things like this. Do we have a good offer? To start to assist my client with more things. And with enough trust with my client, they were open to feedback and insights. I wanted to make more money with setting/closing. So I needed to help my client bring more traffic to their offer, create a better offer, and just optimize everything and make it more efficient. So I started learning things like paid ads. I started learning things like messaging inside of an ad and copywriting. Like, what does this stuff even mean? How do you build a world-class offer, etc.? But once I learned this stuff and once I learned these skills, it made me literally indestructible because it allowed me to help my client scale his business even further, which put more money into my pocket. But it also taught me everything that I needed to know so that I could eventually run my own business, which ironically enough is what I do right now and how I'm going to go big in this game. Once I had done this behind the scenes for my client, I knew I could do it for my own business. And so basically the framework and the entire point of this video is first figure out your why. What do you want and why do you want it? And go deep with yourself. chances are, if you get honest with yourself, you're going to bring up some unhealthy things that you don't even want as reasons for why you're doing this, but you have to accept it. Then you want to figure out what you need to do to reach your goal. Then you're going to focus and learn the skills required, and you're going to work your ass off to get it. And then you're going to reach your goal. And once you're here, then you're going to probably want more. And you're going to figure out your why again. And you're going to repeat the cycle. And you just do this to get to the point where you're financially free. And this is the method, guys. This is exactly what you want to do. Biggest insights, again, phase one, literally just stick to one business model and focus on learning skills rather than trying new business models. Phase two, your success is going to look something like this. You're going to have lots of up and downs in the beginning, but once you start actually making some money, you're going to still have up and downs, but they're going to be like generally going in the positive direction. And most people quit because it's just too hard in the beginning, and then they end up quitting. But the problem is you have to get through it, because if you get through it, then it goes up eventually. But if you don't, then you have to keep resetting your progress and just like circling back over and over in this phase. And then phase three is focus on just building skills, guys. The more skilled you are, the more problems you can solve and the more pain that you can alleviate in the world. And when you alleviate pain and you solve problems in the world, you provide value to the world. And when you do that, you make money. This is how you make money, guys. It's not any more complicated than that. Build skills, solve problems, you will make money. And so if you guys enjoyed, let me know if you have any questions or any insights in the comment section. But if you guys are looking for help to go from 0 to 10K per month in remote sales, or maybe you don't even care what business model is, you just want to work with me because you see my value and my genuineness, I guess, if that's a word, then you can apply using the link in the description for one-on-one coaching. If not, I have a ton of free content on my YouTube channel. However, the problem with that is you can see results with that. It's just working with me. I'll help you speed up the process a lot faster. So it comes down to what you really value in this world. But other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions. But other than that, take care and have a fantastic rest of your day.